Hi, this is Crazy John. I'm here at the Comedy Zone in Harrisburg with comedian Jay Black. And Jay, maybe you could tell us about yourself. How long have you been doing comedy and where you're from?
I'm from South Jersey, which I know, Crazy John, you're not a big fan of South Jersey.
I had some bad experiences there with some gigs.
You got stabbed once, right? Is that what happened?
Somebody in our party got stabbed, yeah.
It was probably one of my relatives.
That got stabbed or did the stabbing?
That did the stabbing. I come from a long line of Irish stabbers. I'm from South Jersey. I got into comedy about 6 years ago because I was trying to impress a girl. And now 6 years later, I'm a full-time comic, and she's at home with my kid.
Oh, so it worked.
Just some girl I knocked out.
Okay.
No, my wife. So yeah, it worked out okay for me.
That's great. Say, growing up, who were your influences in comedy?
Well, the first comic I ever saw was Bill Cosby. And there's a 1982 movie called Bill Cosby Himself. If you haven't seen it, it's awesome. Go see it. I was 6 years old. My dad is not the most demonstrative person. He's not a guy that's going to laugh very much. And he was laughing his ass off. And I looked at him doing that, and I said, I want to make my dad laugh like that. So that's sort of what I always wanted to do, is like be Bill Cosby, make my dad laugh. And eventually, I plan on making my dad laugh. He's been to a bunch of shows, hasn't laughed once. But I think it'll happen one of these times.
Bill Cosby, I think a lot of people forget, Bill Cosby used to have a lot more different kinds of material than he does today, and people forget that.
He's not as, you know, when you watch Bill Cosby himself, I thought it was going to be crystal clean. It's a little edgy. It's a little edgy. It's very cool. It's very worth checking out.
I remember when he even used to play a pimp on his comedy show.
Yes.
So he used to do some slightly racy stuff.
And I used to be a pimp. And you could tell by looking at me, I was a terrible pimp. I would just say, bitch, could you please give me some money? That's how I would go.
And that wouldn't work too good.
No, and then they would.
You'd give her money.
That's right, and she would give me a bitch slap.
So
can I say bitch? Is this?
You can say anything you want.
Just making sure.
You can say anything you want.
By the way, Crazy John, this feels like a snuff film. You understand that, right? Like, it feels like in just a second you're going to invite me back to a room and you're going to make love to my throat while five guys watch.
That's what Lucas is getting ready, preparing for right now.
It has that feel, doesn't it? Like I'm against the white wall.
Against the wall, we got the numbers. They're going to be inserted into this.
Yeah,
and,
you got your like deep voice, and you're like,
oh, I'm against the wall.
I've seen this video on X video.
So, what's next for Jay Black? What do you have planned next?
Hoping not to get into a snuff film. It
could be good for you. You never know.
I'm going to dodge Crazy John's chloroform.
Well, we did the three guys and three men in a cup back here one time.
What?
We did the three guys in one cup back here.
Where you poop in a cup? And then
well, it was Paul Hooper and the other comedian and me, and we were all sharing a bowl of something that looked like chocolate. Something.
Well, I'm really glad I wasn't on that show. No, so what's next for me? I sold a screenplay last year that will hopefully be turned into a movie, and I'm just traveling all around the country. So if you go to jblackcomedy.com, there's my website, and all my dates are on there. I'd love to see you out at a show.
That's great. I didn't have to ask you for that. You gave it to me.
I'm always self-promoting.
Tell you, where would you like to be in another 3 to 5 years? Where would Jay Black like to be?
I personally, I would like to have had a Comedy Central special. That would be nice. A half hour or an hour would be very nice. And then maybe, I like Harrisburg very much, but I'd also like to travel around to some of...
you don't just want to work this gig forever, right?
I don't want to say that. No, but it's I love this place. It's a lot of fun, but I would like people to sort of know who I am and come out to see me rather than just come and say, I hope the guy's funny tonight, and then see my picture and go, who is that guy? That would be very nice.
Well, tell you what, we'll let you go because we're getting ready for your next bit, which is that film you said about.
That's right. But here's my impression of me in about 4 minutes.
But if people wanted to check you out again and see where you're going to be so they could catch some of your other shows, what was your website again?
Jay Black Comedy, JAYBLACKCOMEDY. And I'll tell you this, anybody that comes to the website gets a free CD.
And do you also have a MySpace page?
I prefer Facebook. Find me on Facebook. I hardly go to my MySpace, but I do check Facebook all the time.
Okay. Hey, well, thank you. Thank you, Jay. Right. And let's get ready for the next movie.
Thank you, Crazy John.